That sounds really
My
pretty.
nose is running.
Better catch it.
You better catch it.
All right. We're already recording.
Oh, we're recording.
We
Hello.
are recording. So let's get this Minisode.
Baba Black Sheep.
Black Sheep. The Black Sheep. Baba the Black
quick
Sheep.
Brown
Is
ox.
Baba the Black Sheep's name?
Uh,
Baba Black Sheep.
I think the Black Sheep
Or is
says
that-
Ba. Like,
that's how they're communicating.
Baba Black Sheep.
That's how they're talking to
Like, Ba.
the bad boy. Let's start this episode that's probably going to tank the whole franchise. If you're in your car, shimmy with us. Take your hands off the wheel. Give it to God and shimmy with us. Hey girl, welcome to Hey Girl with Bobby Jean Spears. I'm Bobby Jean Spears and I am here with...
Are you ready?
the bareback Contessa. Scott, hey girl, what's up?
Hello, she's arrived.
Should we just get the announcement out of the way?
On 3, 1, 2, 3.
Well, I was just gonna
Oh.
let him know.
Well, there's a reason why we look this haggard.
I am not confirmed. I hope that this is
It's
why I look
confirmed.
haggard. I hope
It
this is
is.
why I look haggard. But we must say that
We have COVID.
Oh! She not ready to have coronavirus!
yes, indeedy do.
We sure do.
Our special guest on the show is
She not ready to have coronavirus!
so we might as well just tell everyone how it came to be. So why don't you start? You're patient zero,
I am.
I think.
Well,
we don't know.
We don't know.
I
I'm
don't
just
leave
the
the
first
house,
person to
so-
get a positive test result, and we all have symptoms, so it's pretty safe to assume.
The Omi is into hoes.
Yeah.
So this,
As you know, I work in the public sector. I work with the public. I don't work in the
he's a
public sector.
prostitute.
But yesterday I started feeling a little under the weather. But I kind of just like chalked it up to maybe like allergies or just like, it is February and it is the dead of winter.
Mm-hmm.
And
It
like
sure is.
I get like my nose is always running this time of year. I always have some kind of phlegm of some kind. But today,
Beautiful.
yes, I've been sneezing a lot more. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, while you were making our cake yesterday, I
Yeah.
heard many a sneeze. And our chili.
Yeah, and the bareback Contessa really threw down yesterday.
Are you ready?
What did she make?
The bareback Contessa made us dinner.
This was yesterday when we were going to record, but we were both kind of tired, and
Yeah.
I have chalked,
Fatigued, if
I
you
have
will.
chalked up all my fatigue and lack of motivation to do anything to a mental
Yeah.
thing. Like, but I'm starting to think maybe,
But I took some ibuprofen yesterday, and I felt fine after that. That's when I started cooking.
yeah, you were fine during cooking.
Yes,
You were
I was
actually very-
actually in my element.
Yeah, you were over there screeching and squealing and
I was.
and very excited.
Yeah.
So, why
I
don't you
made
tell
a
everybody what
I
you
made a beautiful pot of chili. That was delicious.
very good, perfect amount of sweet with the perfect amount of kick.
Yeah. It's a sweet and spicy situation. But the pièce de résistance.
Mm-hmm.
This is where I was like really like feeling myself, and I was just living my best, because that's therapy for me. Like when I'm feeling feelings, I love to drink a glass of wine and just cook them through, bake it out, if you will.
Now bake it out.
So
Sorry,
I've always had this desire,
if you will, Desiree.
because I make two things very well.
Love.
Obviously, my red velvet cake is what, like, that's my stamp of like my
Yeah.
signature.
Yeah, it's bomb. But we
And
put a little twist on it.
I did. And I made a cheesecake, but I baked the cheesecake inside of the red velvet cake.
It's
so
like
it
the
was a layer.
turducken. The turducken of red velvet cakes.
So I baked a cheesecake.
A red.
I baked a cheesecake.
Yeah.
And then I baked my homemade red velvet cake.
Mm-hmm.
And then I cut the red velvet cake in half after I baked it. Beautiful cuts, by the way. I was very nervous about that cut.
And if anyone's interested, maybe we will film a video of him making it the next time he makes it. If anybody wants the recipe.
And then I layered in between the 2 layers of cake, a layer of cheesecake. And then I put the other layer of cake on top of it. And then I frosted the cake with my homemade icing that I just think is the best icing in the whole. It's my favorite icing.
It's not cream cheese, which is what's supposed to be on a red velvet cake.
Says who? That's just traditionally what's on it. And I am not a traditional person. And this is the recipe that was originally used at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel.
Oh, wow.
In New York City.
Pin a rose on your nose. Pin a rose on your nose.
I got this recipe from a friend of mine, a wonderful lady, elder lady, that worked for me at my old store back in my hometown. And she was just a delight. Her name was Linda.
Evangelista.
And Linda threw down. She always was bringing in the treats. And she came in with this red velvet cake one day. And I said, you stop right now. I need to know every detail about this cake. And she just gave me the recipe like she was my grandma. Just passing down a recipe.
She didn't have any. It wasn't a secret recipe.
Oh no, it was not a secret at all.
Oh, well, that's nice of her.
The only thing she told me was, "Now don't be alarmed. It might turn your poop red."
Ooh, I'm glad you told me that ahead of time.
Yeah.
Oh well, I've had it before.
There's a lot of red food coloring in it.
Yeah.
And I remember being like caught off guard because like this old woman was talking to me about poop, and I was
Why
like,
do you even make it red if we're just gonna eat it? Like, why why make it red if we're just gonna cover it in icing?
I guess it would be a really weird color, like the cake. I don't think it would be like a natural.
It wouldn't be chocolate colored.
It wouldn't be. It would be like, my guess would be like a super super like gross beigey tan, like the color of these walls that I fucking hate.
I hate these walls. I'm gonna shit on these walls, right?
But yeah, so I was feeling fine yesterday making the cake after I had ibuprofen. I mean, you can attest. I was in there dancing. I was talking to myself. I was loving on my confections that I was creating.
Yeah, I thought you were. I
was
figured you
talking
felt
to
fine.
them. I did. I was feeling great. I was dancing.
I had this totally came out of left field today.
And then today I was at work. I woke up very tired this morning, and I'm usually not a morning person, but like today it took the hands of, someone to get me out of bed. And
The Lord.
yes. And I got up and I got ready, which I was really proud of myself. But then when I got to work, I noticed I kept coughing, and I was coughing more and more and more. So I was like, screw it. I'm going to leave and go get tested. And lo and behold.
I really didn't think it was going to come back positive.
I didn't either. I've been tested like 4 times. And one time I was on my deathbed. I was like, this is it. I have it. This is how I go. Negative. Had the flu.
It must be the Omi. I think the Omi has come to town.
But because I'm vaxxed and I'm boosted, my symptoms aren't terrible. And the lovely nurse practitioner that diagnosed me, if you will, she was like, because of that, your symptoms probably won't get much worse. I'll take it. Like, if this is how I have to get COVID, this is how I get COVID.
Yeah.
I will take it like this all day long.
I did some research, and I am not boosted yet. My booster is in a week. So I read that I should still have pretty mild symptoms.
Yeah. Well, you're still vaccinated.
Yeah, I'm double
And the good news is
vaxxed.
with you is because, like, you never leave the house. You
Yeah, but
work
it
from
doesn't
home. You have a
matter.
perfect reason never to, like, go out there and put anybody else at risk.
Yeah.
Whereas your husband and I both work in a retail setting.
In the
and
public.
we have to deal with the trolls and peasants all day long.
Yeah. So, but yesterday we were going to record, and that's why Scott was busy with the craft services.
I was ready to, we were going to have, a segment of, eating the cake.
Yeah. And we just, I've been feeling weird. I very likely could be patient 0 since I'm not boosted. It's possible that.
I mean, there's no way. We'll never know.
Well, no, there's no way. But I have felt shitty all week, and I don't know if it was mental. I think a lot of it was, but the fatigue was real, and the lack of does your fatigue come with lack of motivation? Like, does it?
Oh, if I'm tired, I'm never motivated.
Okay.
Like,
Well,
yeah,
I think
if
a lot
I'm-
of mine was mental, but I had therapy today and found out I got
Well, that's a
corona,
lot.
so we'll
That's
see.
a lot.
But we're not even having a cocktail. We're not even
We're
doing
not.
it up. I'm
But-
in a moo
But we
for
are
those who
drinking
aren't
out of
watching.
our
Oh yes.
beautiful
Cheers.
Hey Girl podcast.
What if that would have just? What if these ceramic mugs would have just busted? I would have died.
That'd be in very true fashion for us.
It would, yeah. And the soundboard just catches on fire. It's our series finale.
Yes.
We got
This is-
canceled.
Well, we got corona. We got. And we're out.
Yeah. So we're not really. We are only doing this for the 5s and 10s of people that rely on us.
Yep.
To get through their day. And
So this is for you, fan.
yeah, and Brian.
Brian.
And just everybody who listens. Actually, I didn't tell you this, but I got an email from this podcast thing that
Okay.
it's like a podcast digest or whatever, and it was like, did you know? And it said that we were ranked number 202 on the iTunes comedy podcast.
That means
Now, granted, subcategory comedy and 202.
okay. First of all, I feel like there's a lot of comedy podcasts out there, and
Well,
to
yeah,
be
but are they funny?
and to be just
I don't know.
to just be creeping in on the top 200
I mean, yeah.
this time.
Watch
next
out,
week,
number 200.
We'll be 198.
Probably not. Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, we clearly are not doing this podcast for ratings. Look at us. We look.
Or don't. You're probably not. You haven't joined, and this is not the episode you want to join for.
Yeah.
We look. Actually, maybe it is. We look rode hard, put away wet, rode again,
for sure.
rode again, towel dried.
I mean,
Then drowned.
imagine. I mean, you probably don't have to imagine. Most of you have probably already had some dealing with COVID. I can't. I'm honestly surprised it took me this long to get it.
I'm surprised it took you guys that long to get it.
I work at a high volume store.
because it's very likely John brought it home too.
Yeah.
Either
And that's
of you
why I'm like,
could've.
when you go get, they're like, have you been exposed? And I'm like, probably.
Yeah, we all.
I don't know who.
I don't know who.
But like, I work in the like one of the most highest volume stores you can imagine. Like, imagine a weekend.
Oh, I've gone to his work on a Saturday when the tour
It's like cattle.
yeah, like IKEA is a very a very tourist shop. Like you go to somewhere and you're like, oh, we should go into the IKEA, even
People
if you're
come
not.
out of the woodwork to
Yeah.
come to IKEA on the weekend.
And I've
like,
been there on a Saturday, and I've walked through it, and
you
I've
were
just
there on a
been like,
slow Saturday.
yeah, and I was just like, holy shit, I could not take it. I could not take it. Have we told our tens of friends about your well, it was a male. What do we call a male Karen? A Ken? A Chad? Whatever.
Oh, I
Have you
did.
told them?
Yes.
Maybe you should tell them.
I hope
This
I
is-
gave him COVID.
Yeah, right. This happened this past week, but this week's felt so long. That
yeah.
it-
So I actually had a great moment happen to me at work, and I live for these moments. They never happen to me because I am genuinely a nice person when I'm at work, and I know for a lot of like there are so many IKEA virgins, especially on the weekend. And if you're an IKEA virgin, it's different. You don't shop there the way that you shop at most places.
You walk around in awe, like,
well,
how am I not?
you don't buy
done.
displays. That's
Right.
like that's how it works. Like you don't come there and like, oh, look at this picture on the wall. Let me grab it off of the wall and take it to the register and pay for it. It doesn't work like that.
Right.
So I spotted this couple walking through the first level, and they had a display in their car in their buggy, and they didn't.
What a display of what? Was
Like,
it a table or?
It was like a little. It was this same exact 3-tier cart.
Oh, the bar cart.
yes.
Gotcha.
That are $29.
That literally everyone has.
Yes. And they had taken it right out of the previous department, and I stopped them at the beginning of the night. They literally could not have gotten more than 10 steps. And I was like, oh, hey guys, so sorry. Can't actually buy this, but there's a whole stack of them right in the warehouse, and you're almost there, and they'll be right behind the desk where the guys are working. You cannot miss them.
And time out. If you told me that, I would have been happy because I wouldn't have wanted the one that every single person has touched,
right?
and like I would want a
Yeah.
brand new one. Granted, it wouldn't have been put together, but
Yeah.
still.
And plus, I wouldn't have wanted it taking up that much space in my buggy. You know what I mean? I wanted it.
Buggy.
It was a larger item. It pretty much occupied the entire capacity of the shopping cart that they were pushing.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
So, and like I said it to him just like that. If I came up to you, I was like, "Oh, hey, sorry guys, you can't actually take this one, but there's a whole bunch of them right in the warehouse that you're just right around the corner from. So if you go in there, they'll be right behind the guys working at the desk. You just grab a box off the pile and take it up to the register." How would you react to that?
Fine, but I mean,
Oh, okay. So sorry.
yeah.
No big deal. Like, go on, have a good day. They kind of just like looked at me like, I don't know, like I had a dick on my face or something. They just
Did you?
no, not that time at least.
Sorry.
Didn't think anything of it. I just thought they were like, okay, moving on. And you ask any of my coworkers too, like I am overly nice to my customers. But I'm late. About 15 minutes later, I'm at the returns counter helping another lovely customer who's being very sweet to me. And that guy comes up and he reaches around with his cell phone. And he's like, "Excuse me." And I turn and look at him, and he snapped a picture of me. And I said, "Can I
Did
help
you just
you?"
like snap it? Like,
Yeah. And I was like, he goes, "I just wanted to take a picture of an asshole." And I was like, immediately like, "Oh God, he's talking to me." So you would have been very proud.
When did this happen? How many days ago?
This was Saturday.
Okay, so
Saturday.
we haven't told this story.
No.
I've just heard it a couple
Twice.
times. Yeah, so I'm just
I
like,
told you,
making
and then I
sure.
told John.
That's right. And you told your mom, and you told my mom,
Yeah.
and yeah, so I've heard it like 6
But it
times.
was fun. But he goes, "I just want to take a picture of an asshole." And then like this is where being best friends with you my whole life has come into play, where I've been like with the smart ass remark.
Exactly. There's nothing else to say.
And I said, "Oh, well, if I would have known, I would have taken off my mask and smiled real pretty for you."
Now that's something to say, and it's funny, and it gets them, but I would have said something that would have gotten me fired. I would have been like, "Oh, well, you should have told me. I would have pulled my pants down, spread my cheeks apart for you."
Oh,
That's what I would have said.
I wish I would have said, oh, I hope your front-facing camera was on.
Yeah, I still would have told him to take
Yeah.
a picture of my. Oh, well, come here. I'll let you take a picture of a real asshole. But that's
So
Scott
then
got Karen.
after I said that smart remark to him, he started walking away, and I heard something along the lines of sucking dick. So I assume it was a homophobic remark towards me. You know, grew up gay in a small town, heard them all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's nothing you can make fun of me about being gay for.
Exactly.
Every insult's been had. So
You're gay.
what?
You're gay. Oh my god, this podcast is over. I don't do pods with gays. Just kidding. I have shiny barrettes in my hair and
Wait,
a
you're
calf hair.
gay?
Oh my god.
This
Yes,
is awkward.
This is awkward.
So after he said that homophobic remark about sucking dick in some capacity,
Sucking dick and cock.
yes, the lovely customer who I was helping at the time, who he so rudely interrupted, turned around. And keep in mind, this lovely customer, she had a child with her. And she
tiny
turned
human.
around and she followed that fucker out of the store. "Excuse me, do you think that's appropriate? There are children," blah, blah, blah. I loved it. She came back in. I helped her finish her
Did they say anything to her?
situation. Oh, he didn't turn around. He just walked with the double fuck yous thrown above his shoulders as he was walking out so we could all see it.
Classy.
So clearly this poor innocent white man, poor guy, has never been told no before in his life. Can't believe his little entitled self had to be told no. Sorry you can't buy a display of something that's in stock and readily available. One of the very few things that are. And I was very nice to you, so get fucked, you asshole.
I can't.
But that lovely lady who I was helping, after I wrapped up with her, I was like, "I hope you were satisfied with my service today." And she goes, "Oh, honey, I thought you were great."
Oh, nay. Well, that's good. I can't deal with that. I love it, but
It was the talk of the store. But it was everything was a buzz. Buzz, buzz. Did you hear about Scott? Buzz, 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 Scott was an asshole. Scott,
so
buzz, 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 buzz.
popular.
It was
so popular.
I was signing autographs for my coworkers.
Aw.
Yeah.
I do things like that. Like, you balanced it very well in a way that you couldn't have gotten in trouble at your work. I don't feel like I would have gotten in trouble. I just can't.
I mean, it was unprovoked the way he came up to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, out of nowhere, he popped up. Excuse me.
Well, this brings me to what we kind of touched on last night, but I stopped talking about it because I thought we'd talk about it on here.
What?
Like, how I was like, you sound like an asshole on the phone to that DoorDash guy the other day. So and you were like, sometimes I think you sound like an asshole to people. And I was like, really? So maybe they took your tone wrong, or because sometimes I think sometimes your super nice customer service tone comes off super, unless you really like the person you're helping, like condescending. It can be twisted to like, if
sometimes
you're being overly like with the DoorDash guy on the phone. First of all, I think you were irritated because you don't like people who can't follow directions.
He called you and you shoved your phone into John's mouth for him to talk to him, and John grabbed it out of your hand and immediately shoved it into my mouth.
Yeah.
So I was
Which is why we all have coronavirus.
Yes. So I was caught off guard and I was really stoned.
Yeah. And when Scott was being I knew Scott wasn't being mean. He was being nice, but he was being overly nice, it felt like. And he was like, "Thank you very much." Yes. Well, thank you. Thank you. You have a good day.
That's me
no,
trying to
you
sound
have
sincere.
a good day. Well, it sounds so condescending. Just be deadpan.
I don't know how to do that.
Because if I knew you weren't being mean, but if I were on the phone, I would have been like, okay, you don't have to like,
go fuck yourself.
Yeah, you don't have to be a bitch about it. Sorry I couldn't find your place, but you were being nice.
And our apartment is hard to find.
It is.
For a common delivery
But he hung
person.
up and I was like, oh my God, you sounded like a total asshole.
He
He was
spit in
like,
our
I
food.
did?
He spit in our subs.
Oh, that's probably why we have it.
Oh, that could be.
Girl, Sheila already done had coronavirus.
I made that 10 minutes before the show.
On the fly.
On the fly. I'm so talented. Well, let's take a quick break. I'm sorry that this Slobcast is awful. Please don't if this is your first one that you're listening to, go back and start at the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
I promise we'll be better. We're going to come back. We're only taking one break. We're going to wrap this up when we get back. We
just wanted to pop on and say hello.
Yes, we just needed to fill you in. And now a statement from the bareback Contessa on his love life. We are back, and we are going to now go to our very own...
Are you ready?
Bareback Contessa for an update on his dating life. As you may or may not recall, last episode, our very own Bareback Contessa was going out on a date, and I am now allowing him a minute or so to give us a statement on how that went, what he'd like us to know, and, I don't want to push too hard. I might fart. Okay, take it away, Bareback.
The date went well. He is very cute. His outfit was very cute. My outfit was cute. We went and had delicious cocktails.
And now you had to tell him, wait, hey, I have COVID.
Well, he was on quarantine for COVID when we met. Like, he had just come out of quarantine. But he didn't have it, but he was like, I think like it was like one of those guilty by associations.
Cautionary whales.
Yeah. But yeah, we went on a date. We came back here. Things escalated. There was no sex.
Escalator.
I am a lady.
Right.
Until the next night. So there was a follow-up sex date. The following evening. And he's very good at it.
Very good at the sex.
He's very good at the sex stuff.
I'll give you all the sex.
But yeah, I like him. I'm gonna keep playing it out. There's no reason not to.
Not for 10 days.
Yeah, we're gonna be on a 10-day
hiatus.
Hiatus.
I like
No anus.
No anus. Hiatus.
Yeah. Because I'm going to be locked in this hellhole with you for 10 days.
Hey, I'm locked in here all day, every day
I
with
know.
myself.
Yeah, but you do it by choice, and we have yet to spend 10 whole days together in this home.
Yeah, we have.
Unbroken, without me being able to leave.
Yeah, but you
No.
can go to your separate wing.
Oh, I know.
We've done that multiple times.
Well, I mean, after...
I mean, we spend every day.
I have never stayed 10 solid days in this house without leaving it.
No, me neither. I've gone
That is
I've gone
bullshit.
to get mail. I've gone to get mail. You know what's really embarrassing is that Scott's date, speaking of,
yeah.
has seen me before all this.
Traipsing and prancing to
Yes.
the mailbox in his platform Crocs and pink
Yeah,
robe.
and let me paint you a picture as to how I walk to my mailbox, y'all. I wear typically pajamas, and I have my robe on top of that, and then I have a long fur coat. I look like Mrs. Huygens.
It's very Cruella de Vil.
Yeah, it's a very Cruella de Vil type fur coat, and then I usually put on like my Trixie Cosmetics pink bucket hat, and I usually fuzzy pink bucket hat, and I usually have on indoor slippers that I cram into my platform Crocs, and I literally scamper.
So
to the
serving.
mailbox, serving a look. It's quite a look. I look like sorry, I got a text
A sext.
from my therapist actually.
Probably so, it said.
But I look like Madame Bijou, and that's how he first
saw you.
saw me, and I was like, well, that's good. At least we got that out of the way. So
And then he woke up the next morning and you were serving him coffee.
I was
Yeah.
like, hey. So I'm so sorry. I feel like we are so low energy, but I just want to apologize again.
I mean, COVID will have that effect.
Yeah, we're very sorry, but we just thought real quick before we signed off, we'd tell you if any of you are quarantining or need some things to binge, we thought we would give you our must binge quarantine.
Yeah, we've started 2 new series that we're very
shows.
excited about.
Yes, why don't you go ahead and tell them?
So,
Which one's your favorite?
well, I mean, they're 2 very different things.
You can still have a favorite of the two.
Because one's newer and more exciting, I'm going to go with The Gilded Age.
I can't believe we consider that exciting. It's literally, if you think about it, so dull, but it's very exciting.
But it's something different. Like, I'm a huge Downton Abbey stan. I binged it all within the last year or so. I have fallen in love with Downton Abbey.
I need to finish it.
This show is by the same creator. And it is the most highbrow, shady, just...
Oh, God, yeah.
It's a period piece set in 1882 in New York City.
It's on HBO, not HBO Max. I mean, it's on HBO Max, but if you just have HBO, you can watch it.
We watched Downton Abbey because of Maggie Smith and wonderful character that she plays, where it's just she's an icon.
She's just shady,
the shadiest old bitch that ever existed.
If that sound were invented back then,
that's why the gays watch Downton.
Yeah, and you know what? I feel bad now that I've been watching The Gilded Age. I want to finish Downton Abbey. I haven't finished it.
It's so good.
I got burnt
I
out.
fucking love it.
I got burnt out. I don't know why. I think
such a beautiful show.
It is. Gilded Age is even prettier. It's shot so
we gotta say,
pretty.
Christine Baranski
and Cynthia Nixon as sisters.
They're sisters. That live in this like Upper East Side home back in the
61st East 61st.
East 61st Street
to be exact.
But I mean, Christine Baranski, the shade that comes out of her mouth.
The shade, and also some of it, I mean, it is shady, but it's also like prejudice.
Oh,
like
yes.
Like just elitism.
It's like, I'm better than you.
Yeah.
And here's why.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm going
with no apologies. I'm better than you, dear, and it's because of this.
And her nose is so far up in the air as she is saying it. Like,
and she's like kind of bleeding money. Like, compared to the people that she's looking down on.
Yes.
Like, it's crazy.
But the looks, the sets.
What's crazy to me is to think of these places that they're in are now people's like.
They're banks. They're hotels.
They're
like huge.
They're like apartments. They're like they're just. It's crazy to me, like, to think of New York back then, like where they would buy like plots of like how
because
how
it's
in the
New
world?
York.
Yeah,
what pre-industrial revolution.
I guess.
So,
1882.
like,
I don't know when anything was.
I mean, the Empire State Building, I don't even think was being built yet.
I don't know. Maybe there's a history teacher out there who could fact check us.
Oh, yeah. You know who you are.
Wink, wink.
We're in a group chat with you.
Let us know.
But, no, it's so good. It's and it's by the same creator of Downton Abbey, Julian
And you can
Fellows.
tell. The way it's shot, the set is...
The number of Broadway stars in that, Donna Murphy, Christine Baranski, Audra McDonald, it is a gay man's fantasy show.
It really is. And the sets are
stunning.
Just, prettier than Downton Abbey, because Downton Abbey, like, those buildings
it was in the
were
countryside.
all... and those buildings were old. Like, have
yeah.
been in the, like, since, like, the 1600s. They're, like,
Yeah.
old buildings. These are, like, we're seeing
new
money.
development.
We're seeing new money develop their new houses, and the houses are like insane. Like,
these are back when you had
like
ballrooms in your home.
Yeah, like
to host events.
insane.
Ballrooms.
I love.
Speaking of ballroom, there is not a lot of that back here behind this table.
No, there is not. I'm in my moo-moo. I have plenty.
And then what's the other show? Oh, you want to talk about what we?
Oh, we just watched, and we didn't even. It snuck
We
up
totally
on us.
forgot
It
about
was
it.
a
It came on.
total treat. But we are watching the new RuPaul's Drag Race UK versus the world. And who do we got competing this time? We've got Jujubee and Monique
Hart from America.
from the US of A. We've got Bagga,
Blue
Chips,
Hydrangea.
Blue Hydrangea,
And Miss Cheryl Ho
Miss Cheryl Hole
from the
There's
UK.
5.
who are just, might I say, those are 3 of some of the best queens that have come out of that franchise.
Oh, yeah.
Of Drag Race UK.
Yeah. And then
Great
we've
television.
We've got Jimbo, who I love.
Jimbo and Lemon
Jimbo, Lemon, and
from
there's
Canada,
one other
season
Canada.
1.
There's
No,
one other.
those are just the only 2
Are
from
you
Canada.
sure? I thought there was one more.
And then there is
the Holland one.
Pangina Heels from Thailand.
Bangkok.
Janie Jacquet from Drag Race
Janie
Holland.
Jacquet. Isn't that weird?
Right? But no, first episode,
So good.
obviously the cast is stunning.
Yeah, so you really don't want to see anyone go.
This has the potential to be an All-Stars 2.
Yeah. And you really don't want to see anyone leave. So
No.
I won't ruin
Like,
it for people who haven't watched it yet. But regardless of...
There were only 2 queens that I was unfamiliar with. The one from Holland and the one from Thailand.
Yeah.
And the one from Thailand served.
Oh, yeah. She
Like,
totally did.
I want to know everything about her.
I'm not
right
a fan of the one from Holland. I can't even remember her name. What is it again?
Janie Jacquet.
Shanisha K. Isn't that weird that I can't remember?
Let's just say this. Episode 1, Runway was great. Not like epic. I some way have seen it, but it was very polished. The challenge was not.
No,
It was not
I
good.
will say that I think the outcome I totally disagree with.
The outcome of the first episode was
already.
bullshit.
Yeah. So,
But that's why we watch.
now I forget. Was it voted?
They are playing All-Star. They are observing All-Stars 2
Right.
rules.
So Rue doesn't pick who leaves.
Rue picks the top 2 queens.
Right.
They lip sync for the win. And then Rue also picks the bottom 2 queens. And then whoever wins the lip sync sends picks one of the bottom 2 to go home.
Right. Okay. And in case of a tie, there would be a vote
Yeesh.
between the rest of
But
the
why
cast.
would there be a tie? Oh no. Usually when there's a double Shantae, both of them will eliminate somebody. They'll have the lip
that's
sync.
right. That's right. But
That's never happened. I don't think we've ever had a double elimination
No,
based
but
on a double win.
the cast votes too, at least in All Stars.
That's
Why do they
All-Stars
vote? I
3
forget.
rules.
Oh,
That's not All-Stars 2 rules.
so what's the difference?
So All-Stars 2, it's top 2 queens who lip sync against each
Right.
other. All-Stars 3, it's the lip sync assassin.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And then the assassin has
If
the
the assassin
groups.
wins, it's the groups thing.
Yes.
Gotcha. I forgot about that.
That wasn't All-Stars 3. That's All-Stars 4 rules.
Yeah.
They switched the game. All-Stars 3 is when they brought the jury in.
Oh, that's correct.
Yes.
That is correct.
I need you to stop.
Well. Oh, I had a hair in my mouth. Thank you for
That's
putting
all I
your
could
COVID
see.
finger in
You're
my
welcome.
mouth.
I didn't touch your face, but
I didn't pull your whiff.
But yeah, watch. We're gonna keep up with RuPaul's Drag Race UK versus the world.
Oh,
We
yes.
also have something else sneaking up on us this week.
Celebrity Big Brother.
Celebrity Big
That's
Brother
today.
season 3
That's
starts today.
That's tonight.
And it's got a gay
Oh.
cast on there, let me tell
You
you.
better yell in there to John to add it to our library.
John! Add Celebrity Big Brother season 3 to the watch list. Love you.
Thank you. It's past 13 minutes past, so we probably won't be able to watch it. Damn.
We'll watch
Or
on
does it
Paramount
start at
tomorrow morning.
9?
I don't know.
Well, yeah, we're stuck here for days.
Yeah, we got nothing but time.
We've
coming
got
up.
nothing but time.
So yeah, if you're not a Big Brother fan, and I will tell you this, you should be,
Oh,
because
yeah.
I was not.
Yeah, it took us a while to get Scott to watch Big Brother.
I didn't start watching until Celebrity Big Brother season 1.
Celebrity Big Brother isn't as much as a commitment to watch as
It's
it is
not.
to watch the regular Big Brother. Because regular Big Brother is basically 3 solid months, 3 to 4 times a week almost.
It's
like,
awesome. It's the best part of summer.
It is. Yeah, it is so good. I want to be on it so bad.
I feel like if me or you or both of us were on it, there's no way we are not walking out of that house with $500,000.
I don't. Well,
Inside either me or you or both of us.
it would have to.
Me more than you.
Well, how? No, fuck off.
Oh yeah.
I don't think so.
I do.
I don't.
I know so.
Excuse me.
Maybe our podcast will get us famous enough to get a Celebrity
Maybe.
Big Brother.
Maybe you guys, celeb podcasters. But no, I say that because you don't see. You obviously don't hear how phony you sound sometimes. That's the thing I worry about you.
But I also
worry
know
about
I can
physical
get-
challenges for me.
Oh well, me too.
No, you could pull them out if you needed to.
I certainly could not.
I've had neck surgery. There's stuff I could just not
There are
do.
things that I would perform way better than you in physically, and for the most part, overall physically, I would be better than you in a competition.
Oh yeah.
But like,
I just think
it's
that,
the social game that we would conquer.
Oh yeah.
It's the social game,
I would.
and that's what makes it
kill to be
that's
on
what
there.
makes it Big Brother. And I am a late comer to Big Brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know what else I have the upper hand on is that I work from home, so I'm used to being like confined constantly and on camera. So I wouldn't feel as nervous as I feel like a lot of
it
other
would be a
people
very
feel.
natural state for you.
Yeah, it would be very natural. And I wouldn't care what I looked like, obviously.
Yeah, no, but Big Brother is without a doubt. And this is coming from someone who watches a lot of TV. It's the greatest game show on television.
I hate Julie Chen Moonves, and I'll just say that out
I
loud.
love hating Julie Chen Moonves.
I love
though.
hating her, but I wish that she
And she always looks stunning.
She always does, but I wish she wouldn't have doubled down on Moonves after her husband got accused of all that
That was
sexual
fucked up.
harassment.
I mean, I'm all for standing up for your husband, but like,
'Cause
not
what
when
season-
your husband is a...
what season are we in?
Well, okay, so I started with 19.
And she didn't say Moonves then.
No, I think she did. I think that's when Moonves started.
Oh, maybe it is, but she's been
but it
married
was
to
not
him
with
forever.
Celebrity Big Brother.
But then all the allegations came out about him, and then he lost his job as CEO or president or whatever of CBS. And instead of being like, "Welcome to Big Brother, I'm Julie Chen," she now says, "I'm Julie Chen Moonves." And to me, that's her being kind of like shitty to CBS. Like,
Yeah.
fuck you, CBS. You don't want Moonves, but I'm gonna be Moonves. Like,
Which,
if I wanted a
I'm
Moonves,
okay
I could
with
have had a
CBS being
Moonves. You know
like-
why? Because I'm sickening.
I'm just totally okay with CBS being like, oh, you're Chester the molester? Okay, bye.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely don't watch Big Brother for Julie Chen.
Oh, no.
Like,
They
They're-
edit it like they edit Drag Race.
yeah.
Like, it's so funny and just the editing of it. But I don't even watch it for that. I love the live feeds.
Oh,
I
know.
could sit there.
I
with
always
a-
hope to see like Morning Wood, a
Oh,
nice boner,
and you'll see
a
a good
nice
flop
butt,
every now and
a
again.
nice butt come out of the shower.
Yeah, I love the live feeds where you can just literally zoom in on them eating a bag of chips.
Yeah, it's
And I'm fascinated.
me too. I could watch it
I am
forever. John hates watching it.
Enthralled.
That's literally why I bought CBS when it was CBS All Access.
Yeah.
That's why I subscribed, was
But
for the live
A,
feeds.
a reality show alone would never have sucked me in, but this level of competition and the way this competition is, it's just such a different game. It's unlike any other game show ever.
It is. It has to. I would be good at
You're
it
always playing.
because I won't feel I won't take it super personally if I get stabbed in the back.
Well, that's the name of the game.
But some people take it so personally, and I'm like, guys, it's a game.
It's
like,
a fucking game.
When you get out, and it's kind of like Drag Race too. There's a whole world of people who like Big Brother contestants are their celebrities. So like you can cash out. Like it's kind of like Drag Race. You don't have to win. You can be a fan favorite and win some money. You can be a fan favorite and be asked to come back. You can be a fan favorite and get asked to do club appearances. Your Instagram blows up.
If you get third place, $25,000.
Yeah, even if you leave like
if you get second place, $100,000.
As long as you make the jury,
$50,000.
As long as you make the jury, you get $1,000 a week.
And like
that you're there.
I know this. If I did not win, I definitely know I'd make it a jury.
Oh yeah, I think I would make it to jury unless who was that really annoying gay that got Jose or I forget what his name was. There was a really annoying gay who actually kind of looked like John a little bit, and he got voted out first, like the very first one, and
what
he was
season?
Like, I don't remember
because I've only seen. I did not go deep dive and watch all the old seasons.
No, it's been since you've watched. His name's like Jose or something.
I've only watched since 19.
He was like a really pretty boy gay. I think he was season. I don't even know. I have to look him up, but riveting.
A gay boy.
Oh, Tommy.
No.
Tommy.
No.
Yes, his name's Tommy.
Tommy was the other, like the Broadway gay boy, like the dancer.
He was little though. He was a little boy.
I'm talking about the actual little person.
Oh.
He was on there with Tyler.
I feel like it started with a CH, like ch.
I do too. I cannot
Chaz?
remember.
No.
Or was it initials?
CJ.
No.
I think it was CJ.
I don't know, but
I don't know.
He was great.
I'll have to look it up. Yeah, he was.
Because he had that. He was a little person, gay as a goose on Christmas,
but like a better
was
body.
Was a go-go dancer.
Yeah.
Was like a bodybuilder, go-go dancing little person.
Yeah.
And you could not understand a word he said with his thick accent.
No.
Of like
he needed subtitled.
He did.
But it was so cute.
I live for him.
I loved him too. And I loved Nicole. Nicole Franzel is my fave.
Oh, yeah.
She's been on a million different times.
I just want Tyler to sit on my face.
Oh, the curly-headed Tyler.
Oh,
he's been back once, right?
Yes, he came back for All Stars.
So cute. So
beautiful.
Cute. You two sit on my
and
face.
Should have won.
He should have.
He should have won his season. And
who won last season?
Cody.
Because I didn't
All-Star season.
Because I didn't watch.
It came down to
I mean,
Cody.
I watched, but I didn't see the final episode.
It was Cody.
And
Cody played a great game.
Cody won again?
Cody didn't win the first time.
Oops, sorry. Another text. I'm so
He was
popular.
I think Cody was top 2.
Are we talking Cody however you say his last name?
He's from New Jersey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Polly's brother.
No.
Then you're thinking of something wrong.
He won All Stars, and he was on one of Nicole's seasons originally. Really pretty.
Yeah, I can't remember. We'll have to look it up because none of these people care, especially if they don't watch it.
I know.
But this is just to show you how sidetracked we can get. It
Yeah.
is so good. But I think we are going to wrap up this episode because COVID Carrie over here is really starting to sweat.
And these lights aren't helping.
Yeah, I'm used to them, but
I feel like a Thanksgiving turkey.
I'm used to flashing lights.
I look like one too.
Lights. But we're very sorry. Let's just apologize again. We're very sorry.
We did want to come on and say hello.
We could have just skipped it.
But we came on looking like slobs.
But we did
just
it
to
for
say
you
hi,
because
so that's why we have probably it.
We love you. By the moon and the stars in the sky. We love you.
We do.
But we do, and we're
especially
thank you for
Brian.
thank you. I can't even think. Thank you for making us number 202 in the comedy podcast on iTunes.
That's quite a number 2.
It is. We are number 2.
That is quite a number 2.
Number 2. All right, you guys. Well, thank you. We hope you enjoyed the Slobcast Minisode. There might be more of these. Depends on how.
Next week when we come back, we will be recovered. Hopefully, we'll be on the tail end of things. It will almost be over our COVID.
Exactly. All right, you guys. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
The exits are here, everywhere. Thank you for playing Magic Carpet.
Goodbye, Brian.
Goodbye, Brian.